a lot of the Season 1 characters changed quite a bit. Like these two got a lot different in their instincts especially. So do you guys want to just start talking about Season 1 characters?
Sure,
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jago, we'll start with Jago.
Sure.
He got a couple of changes. One of the big ones was that his instinct changed. So when he's in instinct in Season 1, anytime he's moving around forward or he's dashing or anything like that, he's gaining life. And that's not the case anymore. The way it works now is he has to land fireballs. Anytime a fireball hits you, he gets damage.
He automatically throws many
2
fireballs.
yeah.
Okay.
So when he's in instinct, he's putting all kinds of sparks that you can't see on the screen.
Hey, can you turn life to start on like 80% or something?
Oh yeah, turn it down like to 20. You'll see what I mean. So pop instinct, just throw like fireball. So
It's not even giving me life.
Yeah,
Getting
so
it
it's
too
just at 20.
powerful.
Is that why?
no. You actually are getting you were getting life.
Oh, was I?
Alright. Oh, you know what it is?
I don't think
You
so.
have
I think
to
it's just set to 20.
pause
Yeah.
it. Yeah, go
I have
to
to-
regenerate life. No,
Yeah,
there you go.
go.
So now you see there's
there you
some.
go.
So each fireball is 2%. So if you land 2 fireballs, that's 4% life.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah.
So
that's
that's pretty nice, right? Now the thing is, his shadow fireball hits 5 times, which means if you throw the shadow fireball, you gain 5 times 2, 10%.
Right. So every time you land a combo, you purposely try to land your super move in there, right?
Yeah, so that's what Jago will do. He'll start a combo and then he'll be like, all right, shadow fireball, regular fireball, shadow fireball, or something like that, right?
Gain 20% back.
Yeah, so he'll gain a nice little chunk of damage, or a chunk of life back. The other change that he had that was pretty big in Season 2 was that his Around the World builds him Instinct, which we mentioned before. And, you know, really one of the big changes for him was actually the manual system. Because that was something that he really shined in Season 1, the Light Linker into Fierce manual. That was like his thing, right? So that was what he was really strong about. But that was one of the things that actually changed. Let me think, am I missing anything else? That's what it was. Instinct also gains him extra frame advantage.
Oh, really?
Both linkers and normal attacks. So do pop your instinct, and then do like close medium kick. Like just do close medium.
Now
kick.
now I can do that light one into the fierce.
Yeah. So just do standing medium kick.
Okay.
And just try to link it.
Oh, I see.
So I'll do a block.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So
right.
normally that stand medium kick. The close medium kick not possible. But with the extra 2 frames of advantage, he has combos like that normally don't work. So he can do like combos that are a little different usually. Yeah, so stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So it means that he can make his combos a little bit more difficult to break, and also he can do stuff like, if he does a medium linker, he might be able to do a heavy manual off. Right. So he has a couple extra frames of advantage.
Yeah, because a while ago I did the light laser sword into a heavy linker and a heavy manual, and I was like, what happened?
It was because it was
because I had instinct.
It was an opener actually.
Oh.
Yeah, combo openers have different properties.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, combo openers have a little bit different properties in terms of that, but that's something that you really start to understand when you play the character more.
Okay.
But that's pretty much his changes. He's actually one of the least touched characters throughout the season. I think the only change I can remember him getting is that Around the World.
Okay. So how does he play? Is he a mid-rangey Ryu type?
He's a little bit, you know, he could play this. It depends on the matchup. He's kind of like a normal Shoto where in some matchups he can actually play the fireball game, right? But a lot of his normals and specials are plus. So he kind of has the incentive to go in a lot of situations. And because throw recovery is so long, his offense is really good. Because if he's plus, and I think, all right, he's going to throw me now, because he's like, you know, he's plus here, so he'll probably go for like a throw or something. Let's say, do the forward heavy kick, and then afterwards, backdash and just do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, do it. So if I think you're going to throw there, then that mix-up becomes a real deal. Because that's, you know, plus on block, so...
Is there invincibility on backdashes?
Yeah, backdashes are invincible, yeah. Okay. So if you sweep me, and then just walk up and do, like, stand medium kick.
Or just... Oh,
just stand medium kick, yeah. So I can backdash out of it. So there's invincibility on backdash. You can get out of there. But it's it depends on the character's backdash, because, yeah, my backdash is actually now far enough to get out with Sabrewulf. But, yeah, so that's one of the things that's good about him. He's kind of aggressive in a lot of matchups because he has lots of plus frames, and he has incentive to land the hit because when he has that instinct on, he gets so much life back.
Right, okay.
It's very possible that he gets 3 instincts a match when most characters get 2.
Really? Oh, because
because the life gain,
right.
The life gain can make it so that happens.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's definitely has a reward for offense, and defense can work out too because, like, let's say from full screen, throw a regular fireball, and then when I jump over it, you can just throw a shadow fireball.
All right.
And it'll anti-air me. Yeah, I'm there. So imagine if you have double fireballs and I jump over from full screen, you cancel into shadow fireball, and not only am I getting anti-air for jumping full screen, but you're getting 10% back.
can I juggle 2 super fireballs in a row?
Yeah.
Like, so I can get 20 point. 20%
Yeah. You can do
right
you can do instinct and just throw.
So like, so to just jump like jump over it.
Okay. Yeah, you can do double.
Oh, I can do another one. Okay,
yeah, you
okay.
can do another shadow.
But
But even like
can you breaker that when you're in the air?
projectiles are unbreakable.
Oh.
Projectiles are not breakable. They're the only thing that's not breakable. Pretty much everything else in this game is breakable, but projectiles unbreakable. He did have a funny glitch for a while where he could counter break his projectiles, so you could hit you full screen with a shadow fireball and then counter break, and he would fly over there. It was so neat. It was like one of the coolest looking bugs I've ever seen. But no,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's.
I mean, we should probably also mention that all the different enders have different uses,
They
right?
do, yeah.
So I don't know if that's like, oops. So like this.
That's
one,
a wall splat.
That's
yeah.
my wall splat. But if I do
Uppercut is damage.
right.
Fireball builds a meter, and his laser sword
Oh, that's right.
is a juggle. So he can continue a combo after. So you can end the combo. That's one of the things that's important. So he can do that, right? Cancel that into instinct, shadow fireball, regular fireball, shadow fireball. So not every character has every kind of ender either. Like Sabrewulf doesn't have a meter building ender, which is called a battery ender. He doesn't have a battery ender, so he doesn't have a way to build meter and stuff like that. Jago does, and even the battery enders, the meter building ones, they have different degrees of it. So like if you do a level 1 ender, you'll build this much meter. If you do a level 4 ender, you'll build almost a whole bar depending on the character. Like Thunder, I think, has the best meter ender. He gains the most meter. He gains the most meter off of it, which is really great because if he gets like a level 3 or 4, he has enough meter that he always has Shadow Command Throw ready. So like he ends the combo, gets the meter, and he's now like, alright, I now have enough meter for a Shadow Command Throw, so I'm gonna walk up to you and like you have to guess. Like my Shadow Command Throw is so good. Oh, it's so good. We'll get there, but
Yeah, I'll talk about that.
so that's pretty much the Jago stuff.
Okay.
Sabrewulf, he got a couple of changes. One of the things you'll notice is his backdash. I brought that up. It's no longer a teleport. It's a normal human being backdash now. It's just a little short bunny hop.
Right.
So he went from like bunny hop backdash. Before he had like Rose Chun-Li level backdash. And it was like, oh, the best offensive character in the game also has the best escape tool in the game with like a half screen invincible backdash. Like that's sick. It wasn't sick. It was really boring. So they fixed that. It doesn't really go as far anymore. One of the other things that changed, we don't even block, just low block. His crouching jab has more pushback. One of the things you'll notice is that you're far.
Yeah.
2 jabs later, you're really far, and I'm not really in range for stuff.
Right.
It's kind of, I mean, I can do like block, jab, and I can do something like that, right?
Right.
But I mean, I have to change it up from my jab game. Before, that in a forward dash would cross you up. That's not the case anymore.
Right.
His forward dash actually got changed too. It used to be so that like if I forward dash and you try to hit jab at the same time, which we're not even gonna try because don't worry about it. It would never hit. He would swing and Sabrewulf would be behind you.
Right.
And it's like I knew you were gonna dash. I tried to jab you out of it, but it just didn't follow you.
Right.
So they fixed that. So now when he forward dashes the jab correctly, yeah, it's gonna hit you.
Okay,
Also, his forward dash doesn't quite go as far as before. Like there used to be, I figured it out pretty quick because there was like a setup where I did forward throw, step back, dash, and it was cross up. And I tried it, and I was like, I'm in the front. Oh, okay. So not quite as far as before.
Right.
One of the other big changes is his instinct too. His instinct, it had the same passive effect where he gains damage. So he does extra damage output on everything he does, including chip. So the chip is a lot more too. So even like some of his normals, which did like 0.1% chip, like now actually do some chip, right? Because they're coded to have like a little bit. But it's now actually a real threat sometimes how much chip he's doing.
Does everybody always do chip on block, or is that only Sabrewulf?
It's only when he's in instinct.
Oh, okay.
Only in
gotcha,
instinct is he
gotcha.
doing chip on block. There's other situations.
Even with normals?
Even with normals, yeah, like just block. Like he doesn't. There's no chip. Right. It's not like Mortal Kombat, but certain characters have like Aria in one of her stances. She does chip with one of her normals.
Okay.
So, but if I activate instinct here, so I do more damage. Don't block.
Oh, okay.
So like that, he's doing like a lot of damage. I'll just do something like that. That's a lot. Like, I almost did 20%, which is back fierce into like a shadow move. That's a lot. The other thing he gains is called Pharaoh Cancel, where if you hit heavy punch and heavy kick together, he gets a cancel. So you want to do me a favor and turn instinct on infinite.
Okay.
Just so this is easier to show when it's on infinite, so I don't have to keep redoing it. So he can cancel moves, into this pretty easily.
Oh,
so you can get extra juggles and stuff where you probably normally wouldn't be able to do stuff before. That's cool, right? That's neat. He can do stuff on whiff too. So if I do, let's say like move over a little bit. So sweep me, and then when on my wake up, just jump back.
Okay.
So like we'll just
Like when you get up. Like
Yeah.
this.
So like I'm like, oh well, I'll just come over here and do that now. So like let's say I'm waking up with Shadow Eclipse, right? And then I see that you're not there. Like if you're gone, like just stand still.
Okay.
So I see like, oh, it's not gonna hit. I'm done. Whatever. I'm in there, right? So like you can cancel things on whiff or on hit. So if it hits you, I can still cancel it. And that's the same thing, you know, for all of his moves. That's a combo if you didn't notice. That's
dang.
I'm comboing that. So that's the combo also. So yeah, so you can do stuff like that. It makes a lot of things really good.
Can you bait out combo breakers using that then?
You totally can. There's a lot of really cheap combo. Like the thing that people say about his instinct is that when Sabrewulf's in instinct, he becomes unbreakable because he cancels his linkers in the middle of them with Feral Cancel and then goes to manuals and stuff.
Right.
And it's like, let's say he's doing a heavy linker and then he cancels it and goes for like a medium manual. If you try to break the heavy linker, you now got locked out of the medium manual. And you're going to eat like 70% because his damage increased.
Right.
It's crazy. So like, you know how last season the thing about Sadira was like she lost and then she got instinct and then she won Evo. It's basically what happened every match, right? He is like the new Sadira kind of, where it's like, man, Sabrewulf's taking a beating. Wow, there goes 70%. It's now tied up.
Right.
That's kind of what his instinct is about. And one of the things, so I'll show you what I mean about the cancelable Feral Cancel. So that linker right here, remember that was the one I did earlier to combo off that.
Right.
So, you see, I can cancel it and you get all kinds of plus frames. I want you to block for me and then try to hold up. You see how plus that is?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Dang.
That's crazy, right? I want you to do the same thing again.
Oh, really? Wow.
So yeah, that move, this, and the cross-up dash is guaranteed.
Oh yeah, I couldn't even jump in time. I couldn't even jump in time.
So, like, hold block. Just try to block this. So the thing about that is that, what's it called? You want to respect that because you know, right? Like, you're like, oh, back fierce in a Feral Cancel, he's plus enough to dash through. But like, if you respect that, I'm just gonna dash through twice. Like, why not, right? So there's a lot of things about that that's really strong. This is definitely a really strong instinct. Another thing too is like, if I do, let's say I do a shadow move, and like you want to break it, which don't even try to break it. I'm just giving you the example. So if you want to break my shadow move, I just cancel it and then end the combo.
Right.
Like that was an unbreakable shadow move. There was only one hit. The
Right,
only breakable part about that combo was the manual I did after. So and the other thing is too, you can do manuals. Like so, if I do a manual, I can Feral Cancel the manual and keep comboing unless you drop it. But you can do the same thing. So he can Feral Cancel and do like normals like that back to back.
Is that an infinite while you have instinct going? Like, are there infinites?
There are certain characters can do stuff like infinitely, but because of the KV, it'll blow up.
Well, I just mean for him. Can you do like fierce Feral Cancel, fierce Feral Cancel?
There's a cooldown period on it. On Feral Cancel. It's not hugely long, but it's enough. It's enough. Yeah, they thought this through. Watch. So I'll do it and then I'll keep going. So that's how long.
Okay.
And also, that's one of the things you can do too is you can whiff a normal and then Feral Cancel it.
Right.
So like that. Like if I knock down Jago, wake up with uppercut. I'll be like. So like I'm like, oh, I'm charging back fierce. I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So tricky stuff like that. So you can just like dash through and stuff.
It looks fun.
It is fun. It is for sure a really interesting instinct now. Before it was really dry. It was just damage. Another thing is that now his shadow leaping slash looks like this. Recaptures. Recapture is a new mechanic in season 2. It brings airborne opponents down to the ground.
Right.
Right. So you can continue your combo. So just jump. So it's gonna bring you back down to earth, just like that. So he is one of the few season 1 characters that have a recapture. Only I think him and Orchid have them. I think they're the only 2, and hers is way more difficult to land. So he can actually use that as a counter to a lot of things. Like if a character relies on an air projectile, this shadow that's projectile invincible. So if you're like jumping at me and like, hey, look at this cool air projectile covering my approach, I just do this and I hit you. So it's pretty good, yeah.
And then you can auto.
It's really good. So those are 2 of the biggest changes Sabrewulf got. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Because Feral Cancels are just that good. Definitely really strong.
So next characters, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let me think. You want to do Sadira and Thunder? I think those are the next 2 on my list.
Okay. As long as I get to be Thunder.
Dang, I covered everything on my Sabrewulf bullet point without looking.
Nice.
So I just love Thunder. Oh, he was such a fun grappler to play. He was a
very
fun
fun
grappler because his super SPD was like Sadam's super SPD in Alpha
the
1
drop
version,
kick?
where once he starts it, if you're not getting away from it, that's it. That's it, pretty much.
Oh yeah,
You're just
yeah.
gonna get grabbed.
His command throw. You mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a one-frame
Yeah,
grab.
yeah. So basically,
You
if I
gotta
just-
make me human again, by the way. But yeah, his command throw you cannot jump out of post flash. It is 5-frame startup, I think. So
Pre-flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-flash. Post flash, you can't jump out.
Right.
You're just stuck. Yeah. So if I hold it up,
Yeah.
I swear I jumped.
That's the
there's no
best
out.
thing, because then you just walk around and it's like oh,
Yeah.
and it grabs so far.
It's really far. Yeah, it's very far. His command throw is deceptive. Like it'll reach from like right there.
Yeah, I've definitely won a lot of online matches thanks to this move.
And you know what's nice about that is that it's like it does like 15. I think just do it. I don't know how much damage it is, but this is all unbreakable.
I think
Just
it's
don't follow it
yeah,
up.
it's
with anything.
18. I think it's 18%.
That's unbreakable.
Or 23.
Remember the damage increase?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
23% unbreakable if you just land it by itself.
How come that's unbreakable?
Because it's just a
grab.
starter.
Yeah.
You
It
can't
just
break
does-
starters.
You can break the follow up, so like do a heavy uppercut after.
Right.
Just do a heavy DP. I can break the DP part of it. So
So do people bother doing that typically, or do they
might
just let it
try.
go?
Yeah, because the thing is, I can uppercut into counter breaker, and so if you try to do
it
that,
looks so goofy. It's awesome. Do it. Yeah. Just do command throw and then
uppercut counter breaker.
Yeah.
Oops, I did it.
Remember, it's mediums to counter break.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then he dunks you down to the ground and he can combo off it. It's a sick animation, right? It's so goofy, but it's kind of sick because it's goofy. I think that's what I like. His is just dunk right to the ground.
So is it the same kind of thing where I can counter breaker there safely?
Oh, you're definitely not safe.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah,
not safe
you
then.
float all the way down
Oh,
like that,
okay,
and I
'cause-
have 10 years to punish
Because
you.
before it used to be that you could do those like almost for
And you would
free.
fall, yeah. That was one
yeah.
thing they fixed. In this
Okay.
season, everything is breakable, and all counter breakers are unsafe.
Okay,
There's
okay,
no
okay.
safe counter breaker. Well, there's a couple, but they're gotten fixed. There was a couple for a while.
So what's different?
About Thunder. He got a new move, actually. He's one of the few characters who did get a new move in Season 2, which he needs to not be an instinct to show off. So, no, just let it drain out, drain out. So he got a new move, it's Triple Punch. The way it was before is that was a projectile. I don't know if you guys remember, if you guys saw it. So it used to be a projectile where a lightning bolt would come down on his
Right.
opponent. It was tracking. And this might sound really familiar given the MKX stuff going on lately. But at first, everybody's like, "Wow, this is so good!" Like Thunder has a projectile from full screen that if it hits you in the air, it's a hard knockdown. Like, oh, that's so good. So people complained, they nerfed it, and it turned out it sucked all along. It was terrible.
Yep.
The move sucked. The move is not good at all. So they changed it. So now you see it's not a projectile anymore. Only a forward dash. So it's a power up. So it gives him one instinct dash while when he does it.
Which it crosses up. Like, is that
Not only can you cross up with it, the dash is invincible until the end of it. So if I'm trying to, yeah, he's through. There's recovery frames at the end of it there. Another thing about it is just do, yeah, so that's, really common. Dash through command throw, that's a Season 1 special. So I want you to power up again, and then do quarter circle forward punch and dash cancel after.
Oh, I can cancel.
Yeah,
moves
so
into it.
his instinct is that his special moves become dash cancelable, and when he does that power up with the dash, he can dash cancel it as
Can
well.
I even do off of that? Oh my god.
You can, yeah. So that's a
okay,
low.
okay.
And the thing about it is, a lot of times you can even combo off of it if it's like the right situation. Yeah. Like there are certain times where if you,
Like, and then
Yeah, you
combo
can
off
combo.
of
I
that.
see.
and yeah, you can do it with triple axe for sure. Like if you do a heavy triple axe dash cancel, you can dash through and combo the light triple axe actually. Like you can even link that, so like it's pretty cool.
Can you combo into that power up?
Yeah, you can. So do shadow command throw, and then just do the power up. And there is no quick rising, so you still have time to do like a jump in medium that I still have to deal with. Now it doesn't last forever. I think it's like 8 seconds or something like that until it runs out. But yeah, his next dash, forwards or backwards, is that. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, that looks fun.
It is pretty neat. I don't think there was anything else that he got in Season 2 that I can recollect. Is there? Let me look. Back throw change. That's right. So, the thing about his back throw before is that it was all kinds of goofed up. And when you would manual off of it, sometimes like it would push the character out and you would try to do another back throw, and you couldn't do it because they just got pushed too far. So now the manuals are more consistent off that, but that's not really a change. That's
Yeah, that's not
that was a 5-hit combo that was all grabs. So he can do auto doubles and then grab off.
For
it.
0% damage.
Yeah, well, I can tech the throw. It's part of the combo.
And it builds the KV meter a lot too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what he can do is like back throw and then like do a manual with like stand medium kick and then back throw again. And he's so plus after the back throw that he can manual anybody. So it's really, really, really good.
It's also just because it always throws behind you. It's good for position.
Sure,
it is good for position change too, because his best ender puts them behind him. So if you're in the corner, you want to back throw them out, ender, and you put them back.
Oh yeah.
Can you do command grab after back throw?
Yes, you can. You can end a combo right after command throw or a back throw too. So you can do back throw combo ender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's really good. That's his combo trait. If you guys were wondering, was the back throw, the throw.
Oh yeah.
Combo
right.
Sadira was.
Sorry, we forgot to mention Sabrewulf's is just you can mash
rapid
on a button.
doubles.
Oh yeah, we said that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Early on. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thunder's damage output is crazy too. I don't know if we showed the command throw, but he has the most counter breaker damage output too.
Oh yeah.
Like if he counter breaks you and you have less than like 80%, like you're dead.
Huh.
Always, he does so much damage.
Okay.
And he's really fun too because he has so many mobility options between ankle slicer and that uppercut there. That like his approach is scary, man. Because if you have a bar meter, I don't know if you're gonna do dash command throw, dash uppercut, or dash ankle slicer.
Well, is the uppercut safe?
The uppercut can be made safe because there's a drop kick at the end.
Is that a manual input?
Yeah.
Yes, heavy kick.
So I can do it way up there.
Yeah, so like if he does it, if I block it and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna like try to punish them.
I see.
Yeah, see, I try to anti-air. That was the correct thing to do, and it didn't work because he just delayed it. So delayed it, like if you delay it like that.
Backdash?
If I think he's gonna dash up command throw, just do dash forward uppercut. If I think he's gonna, command throw, then I eat the uppercut and I'm knocked down, and now he gets a nice little setup on it.
Yeah, he also has that weird glitch that if you whiff an uppercut, like you can cancel the landing into special moves.
Yeah.
So I can actually go. Whoops! If he blocks it, I can't. But if I can go like uppercut.
Yeah, he can do uppercut. You'll see that a lot. A lot of Thunder players will do that. It's easier with the light one, yeah. So he's like, and you're just like, oh my god, he's crazy. And then that's what happens. You'll see a match in top 8 that looks like that. Watch. And you think like, wow, that's so like silly. Like, why is he not stopping that?
Yeah.
And me, I'm like, oh my god, what's
And
what's
then of
going
course
on?
I can go, woo!
Yeah, it's
This
so
thing too,
scary.
yeah.
I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, that's a legitimate thing. He is very mobile, very scary grappler for sure.
Okay, cool.
This character was fun.
He's very fun. I don't like grapplers typically. I love playing this character.
Okay,
he's
cool.
my favorite. So Sadira didn't change a lot. She got the unbreakable taken away, which is a big problem for sure.
Which was the roundhouse jump, round. That
No.
jump
The
cancel
loop.
thing, right?
Oh no, she could still jump cancel stuff, but she had the
Okay,
loop
okay.
where you would Tiger Nia move and it would count as like airborne and you couldn't break her. So it was like opener for the combo, like opener. Even though you have like 50% like stacked up already, it's like oh sick.
Gotcha.
But she got a new target combo, which is jab or medium punch roundhouse, and it launches. And one of the things that got changed in the System 2 season mechanics was there was more room for juggle potential, especially for her. So she can do like combos that are all in the air that do like 30 or 40%
Oh, okay,
for
cool.
one bar. So she's like, that's kind of like her thing, right? She's very in the air.
Right. Because that was one thing I didn't like, because I noticed she was a super airborne character, but like she couldn't do really long air combos, you know? And they wouldn't do any damage.
Can the opponent break that?
He can. Yeah, they can, so just break heavies.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can break that.
Weird.
And
Wait,
it
you
puts
don't
me
get a combo afterwards?
No, there's never a combo. And I can quick stand, so he won't
That's
be able
cool.
to reach me either. Yeah, and I can also counter break it too. Then you can do that, and I can get a full grounded combo. Same idea as the thunder stuff. Dunks them.
And it's always a recapture when you do it in the air like that, right?
And then that's how much damage I get for you trying to break my air combo.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you eat the 30% from my air combo, or you eat 60% if I counter break you? It's
Right,
like, 30% might sound better.
Yeah.
But it always recaptures when you counter break in the air, right? It recaptures you.
Yeah,
to the
it
ground.
brings you
Okay.
back down to the ground
Okay.
for a combo. And you would think that she would be one of the characters with a recapture. Thank the Lord she doesn't have one, because she would be so silly. A lot of players asked for her to have an invincible wake up. She did get one, but it's not a strike. It's an escape. So I can do whatever I want off of that. So I can come back with projectile jump. I can get it started, or I can just choose to I'm out. Whatever, I'm out. I don't want to get involved. It costs a meter, but shadow wall cling was something they added. She goes back to the wall. She has normal wall cling. What is the input for it? That's what it is. Okay. So yeah, but that's quarter circle back 2 punch. Pretty nice for a character who doesn't have wake ups. Nice change. Wow, I can't believe that.
So is she still very airborne then?
Very, yeah. Still has the double jump, still has the dive kicks, still is all about the jumping around, this kind of stuff.
Cool.
She has a double jump you can do in both directions, like or whatever direction you want, forward or backwards. It's craziness. And this projectile into that. You don't know what side I'm gonna end up on ever, or I could do that. So like if you think I'm gonna cross up, I go straight down.
Right.
What a jerk! It's really hard to block.
That's is actually it punishable.
It is that move is punishable. Yeah. Okay. That is actually exactly how Rico lost at Combo Breaker. He ran into Masiaga, who's like a Sadira that never like goes anywhere. And like he just hit Rico with like 15 of those, because that's like his thing. Like, you know, when you see Sadira jump, you're like, oh, that's gonna be a cross up this side, because you're so used to it. No Sadira player uses that move, which blows my mind. Like,
that's weird.
Like, it's so good.
Because they're scared because it's so unsafe.
Right? I mean, it's unsafe, but it's like the block stun's funky, and nobody punishes it with anything but throw.
Plus, another thing too is you really got to show it. You've got to play that hand and get people worried.
It's also an opener, so you can you can cancel special moves off of it right away. You don't even have to manual, but you can manual if you want.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty tight, but it's a really good move. Really good. Her damage output's insane. It's really good, really high still. She's a really good character for sure.
So she's still super good right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Her damage output's really nice.
Still haven't seen you land that combo yet.
I can't do it. It's alright, one last try. Alright, it's too hard. That's like 40%.
Are you gonna juggle with stand short there?
So stand medium kick? Yeah, that's a really good meaty too. Oh, it's so good. She can OS off of it to stuff.
So should I do Orchid and Glacius?
Orchid and Glacius, yeah.